You know, Brooke always says there's nothing sexier than a subservient man who can admit when he's wrong.
Oh my God, I'm turned on right
She's
now,
so
Jeffrey.
You're
so dumb. I don't say that.
The more
Yeah, she
tears,
does.
the better.
Oh, yeah.
She definitely has a type. That's why I'm a little bit worried that she might fall in love with the listener who's asking for our help today.
Oh, is it a sad guy?
Yeah.
He openly admits he screwed up on his date.
Man, I do like a man who could admit that they're wrong.
That's right. So, Charlie, fair warning, Brooke might try and steal you away from the lady that we're supposed to be calling here. But welcome to the show, man.
Charlie?
Hey, how's it going?
You noticed Brooke was the first
It's
one.
good.
To address
It's
it.
good.
Charlie, are you there?
I mean, I was gonna go with Chuck, but I didn't know if we were there yet.
We'll save that for a little bit later. But, Charlie, we want to help you out. Tell us about the girl that you want us to call today. What's her name?
Her name is Megan.
Okay.
Brooke.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I know. I'm a little
see the
disappointed.
anger.
It wasn't my name,
It's
but
okay.
I mean, I guess where'd you meet Megan? I'm assuming a dating app.
Yeah, just using one of the apps. I feel like that's how everyone meets these days.
Yeah, I know. I feel like it's a stupid question that we even ask anymore.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we hit it off right away and had good conversation, online. So then I asked her out, and then at this point, I think I kind of screwed it up.
Okay.
Oh, so it's like the lead up, the talking, all that was like awesome.
That's all good. So before we get to the really sexy part where you screwed up, first tell us about what you ended up doing for your date.
Okay, so I thought it would be fun. We're both into Marvel movies. We were talking about that online. So I asked her if she wanted to go see one.
Oh,
okay.
nice. That's cool.
Why is that? I mean, that's a great idea, especially when you're both fans.
So she was totally cool with it. And I asked her if I could pick her up, and she said that was fine. She was down for that.
Okay.
So, it's so good.
Yeah, especially, I mean, big sign of trust right from the beginning that she'd let you pick her up.
Yeah, so then I drove there, and I'd planned on, getting a drink with her before. I thought, I'd pick her up, we'd go for a drink.
Totally.
But then the parking lot was really packed, and everyone was there early wanting to see it. So, the drinks beforehand didn't really work out.
Bro, that's why you got a car bar, dude. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Big mistake.
Yeah.
Nothing classy.
Drink
about
before.
that.
Yeah.
Take a couple pulls out of the bottle in
That
the
is
front seat, bro.
Not really.
Once you're parked. No? Okay.
No.
Yeah,
it's
you
not
are
really
18 years old, right?
Get to know you moment.
Yeah, so it was already getting kind of stressful because I couldn't find parking. I had her in the car. I wanted it to be perfect.
Yeah.
So, luckily someone left. I found parking up front, so we're, back on track.
Okay.
And then the movie starts, and it was intense. I really liked it. It was a very, powerful movie, a lot of action.
Did you have any time before, even when you're looking for parking, to connect with her, though?
Why does that matter?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm just trying
Who
to see,
cares about that, Brooke? I want to hear about the Marvel movie.
That's the whole point of a date, Jeffrey.
Those movies are long.
Yeah, that's true.
Fine. Did you connect with the girl? Great.
Jeff, that's
Hear
you
this.
talk.
Well, I mean, we talked small talk in the car, and I have to pay attention to the road and stuff. So I wasn't talking as much with her as I normally would have.
I think a lot of dudes can relate to that, being you're stressed because you want everything to go so smooth and you had a plan in your head. Then it's all the parking's down the street and I couldn't find this.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, in your
Just-
head, everything's falling apart.
Just a
Right.
bad tone for the date.
Yeah.
And, we're here to find out what went wrong, right? And that
True.
could be something.
Yeah, so let's learn about what went wrong. What was it?
So this is what I think I started to screw up. I deal with stress by vaping.
What?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean...
In a movie theater?
Brooke, don't patronize him. He's a sad boy, okay? Just let him have his moment.
Yuck.
Yeah, I need to take out my vape when I get stressed, and it just calms me down. So here I am sitting next to this pretty girl, and I just really needed to vape, and I didn't want her to see me do it.
Oh.
So
You have the secret vape.
I turned away from her. I pretended I actually dropped my keys, and so I bent down, took a quick hit from under the chairs, and the smoke disappeared. I didn't think anyone knew except the kid next to me. So, he looked at me weird, but whatever.
Probably smells like a strawberry colada.
You vaped underneath a child?
Well, kids do this I guess. I don't know what the kids do these days, but it made me feel more relaxed.
Okay.
Got it.
Whatever works.
Right, because you're hitting nicotine or whatever.
Yeah,
You know?
you got your...
Yeah.
So then a couple of times I tried to talk to her a little bit during the movie briefly, but she didn't really respond. I'd say, this is cool, and she'd just say, uh-huh.
Yeah. She probably was just trying to focus on watching what was happening on the screen.
I don't know, dude. Unless she
I
says,
mean, there's no way she didn't know.
See, I don't think it's the vaping. I think it's the not sharing. It'd be like if you pulled out a flask and didn't offer,
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
I'd be like...
I mean, it's like smoking. It's like the same thing.
It's just
like,
new age.
you know.
So, Charlie, do you think maybe Megan saw you do it?
Well, I don't know. So let me just tell you what happened. So we left the theater. Everyone was hyped and talking about the movie because it was so good.
Yeah.
And I said, let's go next door and grab a drink. And she said I should probably get back. So I started to get a little disappointed. But I was like, wait, are you serious? Like, it's only 8 o'clock. Like, why wouldn't you want to get a drink with me?
Yeah.
Oh, you went to the matinee.
That was your first problem.
You actually said that to her, though? Are you serious?
Yeah, because it was only 8 and I thought it would be fun.
Okay. All right.
I mean, she told me she had an early day the next morning. So I drove her back.
Oh, that must have been an awkward car ride.
Yeah.
And like she got out of the car even before I could try to hug her, kiss her. So like I just don't know what happened. Like, did she see the vape? Like, I'm thinking probably, but like maybe she just doesn't do it, or it was a turn off. Like
It's just like Brooke said, it's just like smoking. Some people are like, oh, I don't do it, but I don't mind. And other people are like, oh, that is so gross.
Yeah.
So who knows like what her thoughts on
Like
that
Alexis is like, ew, a 4 p.m. date? Disgusting.
I'm sorry, you're going to a superhero movie at 4?
No wonder there were so many
literally
kids.
For your information, it was a 5:15. It wasn't at 4 p.m.
Happy hour had already started. So let's just play a song. We'll come back, call Megan for you, and we'll figure out if it was the vaping that turned her off or if it was something else that happened at the Marvel movie. We'll do it the second date update next. One of our listeners, Charlie, took his date out to a Marvel movie, and he did all the right things. He bought the tickets himself. He drove them there. He attempted small talk.
You know, we ask a lot of these guys in the world.
Just like that he attempted, though. You got to give him credit.
Sure.
The one thing he maybe did wrong was vape in the theater mid-movie underneath a child's chair.
Yeah.
And then not offer to share said vape.
Well, he was trying to hide it.
Yeah. But, you know, we never asked in the first part, Charlie, this was a superhero movie. Did you wear a cape to it? Because we've had other listeners dress up for their
That's
movie
true.
experiences. Were you in full costume?
No. But this is giving me stress again. I think I just need to plan a much less stressful date next time.
But it's a movie, dude.
Yeah, but it was like opening night for a really popular movie.
Yeah, that does make sense. I would also add to your list, like, don't ever vape in the movie theater again. But, you know, just maybe as number 2.
Thanks, Mom. I appreciate it.
Yeah. He's an adult. He can do what he wants to do, bro.
He's like, also, don't go swimming after an hour for eating popcorn.
All right, well, we're going to call Megan right now. We're going to ask her what the deal is, if
Okay.
it really was the vaping in secret underneath a child, or maybe there's some whole new problem that we didn't even know about.
Just the whole date, maybe.
Maybe she didn't like his parking skills.
Guys, just don't bring up the vaping under the seat. If she doesn't bring that up, like that would just be cool not to do that.
In case she didn't see the clouds.
Okay,
Got you.
I don't make promises
Or
I can't
smell
keep.
it, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hey, is this Megan?
Yes.
Megan, what's up? It's your best friends over at Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Hey,
It's
Megan.
very friendly.
How you been?
Yo.
Hey.
She's being so polite. Like when someone's like, hey, remember me? You're like, yeah.
Hey, friend.
Do you ever listen, Megan?
Yeah.
I like you already.
I believe you, Megan.
I like you,
I'm
Megan.
going to take you at your word. And so obviously you know why we're calling. We're calling because you love Marvel movies.
I do.
Very smooth.
Yeah.
Are you gonna like surprise me with tickets or something?
Oh,
No.
Wish.
that would be cool.
Wish we had tickets.
Well, you just went and saw the most recent movie, so you should be good.
Yeah, I did. How do you know that?
Well, because one of our listeners, Charlie, told us that you and him went out on a little date.
Oh.
Oh.
Energy
All
Jeff.
right.
Yeah.
Charlie.
What do you think about Charlie?
I don't know.
Well, we're hoping to know a little bit more than that because part of something we do on this show is called the second date update. That's what this is. And he's trying to figure out why after your date you've gone kind of cold on him.
Oh, okay.
And even during the date when you chose to leave at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
I mean, that was obviously an excuse, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should he know? Was it really apparent why you wanted to leave early, or were you just not feeling it?
I think he should know.
Oh,
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Well, He didn't say that I could say this, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, were you turned off by people who vape?
Uh-oh. Jeff.
What do you mean?
You know.
I'm just as vape. Are you
no.
cool with the vape?
Love it.
I don't
Jeff is
mind.
so...
You
were
DTV?
You were such a dork in high school.
I don't understand what you're getting at. Are you saying he was vaping on the date?
I don't know. What was your reason for not calling him or wanting to see him anymore?
Well, it was like opening night of this movie, and the parking lot was super crowded, and Charlie just kept getting like really flustered, like driving around, and then finally just pulled into a disabled spot
What?
and whipped out a placard to put on his mirror.
Oh, I didn't know Charlie was disabled.
Or does he have like, yeah. Why
He's
did-
not. He's not disabled.
Oh.
He's
If he was
not?
disabled, he would have headed straight for that parking spot in the beginning.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because he said sometimes I do this.
Sometimes.
Oh.
So he has a, but how do you get a placard? Only a doctor can give you one of those.
I mean, I didn't even want to ask because I was just like so turned off at this point. It's all I could think of during the movie.
Oh.
Is that why you didn't talk to him much during the movie?
Yeah, people who do that are the scum of the earth.
That's
Okay,
bad.
well-
That's so
Jeez.
bad.
I'll tell you, Megan,
Yeah.
he never brought that detail up to us when we asked him about the date.
Because it doesn't even phase him, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
I bet he uses it all the time.
Maybe
he's
he's
like-
so high he didn't even know where he was parking because he vapes.
Wait,
Oh, there's just so many strikes.
so why do you guys keep bringing up vaping? Was he vaping on the date? Like, I didn't think he was.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know who's better to answer that question is probably Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Just so happens to be on the other line right now wanting to talk to you.
Wait, Charlie, you're on the phone right now?
Yeah, I'm here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Charlie.
So I can explain though what happened. Like
Can
it was
you?
actually kind of a nice story, and it's like touching to my family.
Oh.
Okay.
This'll be
Oh,
interesting.
family touching. I love that.
No, Jeff.
I was very close with my grandmother. I know we didn't get into this on the date because we didn't go for drinks. Like I probably would have explained it, but
Oh.
she died a few months ago, and I was so close with her. And before she died, she said to me, she's like, part of your inheritance until it expires is I want you to take my parking pass, and every time you use it, I want you to think of me.
Shut
Oh my God.
I love
Okay.
That is the cutest thing I've ever heard.
That is a nice thing to pass down.
Are you lying?
Brooke.
I'm
No,
sorry.
you're-
That is his grandma.
It's his grandmother.
She told me she like really wanted me to have this. Like she didn't have a lot of money. Like she didn't leave me a lot of things. And I always smile and think of her when I use it. So
You're not walking with
I wanted to treat Megan well. Like we were going to a date, we were late, and I was like, oh, like this is like a gift from Grandma that we could get into the movie right before it starts.
Okay.
Grandma's helping
Megan,
your love life.
Megan, there you go. There's the
Wow.
explanation. Do you feel bad about yourself now?
Is she crying? Is that what you were thinking? Megan, are you crying too?
I don't know what to think. I've never heard of that before. And I'm pretty sure that's still totally illegal to do and doesn't take away from like the fact that we took a spot of someone who could be disabled.
Right.
Yeah.
Or another grandma. Like your grandma's just up there somewhere looking down, laughing at whatever old person had to park in the back and use their
Screw that,
walker to the
Grandma.
front. Plus, you're at a 5 o'clock movie. There's probably tons of grandparents
Oh,
at that
I
one.
didn't think of that.
That show.
Diner, and now they're like, well, our movie.
That's tough.
That's what my grandma wanted me to use it for. Something like this. Like when I'm out on a date, she always wanted to see me like with a nice girl. Like I'm sure she was smiling watching this from up above.
Oh, there's my
grandson
getting some action
And there's the old lady in the back who's struggling to get there.
Yeah, I mean, Megan, I
God.
really think you were going in a little bit too hard on him here.
Really?
He has a dead grandmother.
Well, I think we all
majority
do.
of people do.
Yeah, and I would hope that I would get a little bit of grace for that.
Aw.
Not for like
Ozzy says, "Aw."
doing
No,
something that was not only illegal but like morally wrong.
It was her dying wish.
It just is like old people make questionable decisions all the time.
And they're wise for it. We should listen to them.
Respect your elders, bro.
Are you questioning my grandmother's sanity before she passed?
I'm just questioning more than that.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm questioning is there love happening on the line right now? That's
there
my
you go.
question.
I
And I
also-
would love to keep this going. That's what Charlie's grandma would have wanted,
That's
is for you to
true.
go
Would
out
want
on
that.
one more date, and she would have wanted us to pay for it.
So we're just gonna guilt Megan into a date right
Megan?
now. I like it.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to pass on this one.
Ah.
The grandma story is too weird. Like, did his grandma also give him a vape? Like, is that what you guys are?
Oh, maybe.
What do you-
Yeah,
what do you-
her name was Jewel. You know?
Oh, sweet Jewel.
She knit a little holder for it.
Yeah.
You guys, it's okay. Please don't bring my grandma even more into this than she already is.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
man. We're not trying to disrespect.
Yeah, I like grandma. The parking pass.
She was so nice.
Yeah.
So, what did we learn from this? I always keep my promises. I never said Charlie vaped under a child's chair in a movie theater.
Oh,
Didn't say it.
Yeah.
It never left my lips.
You
Yeah.
kept bringing it up.
Yeah.
No, not
those
Not
words.
exactly like that.
Both of you. It's done.